48 Hour Film Project is a short film project where a group of people gets together on usually a Friday night and they draw a bunch of variables for a film. The idea is to make write, shoot, and edit a short film in 48 hours. So by Sunday at 7:30 p.m. there should be a short film created. The challenge is you get everybody together on Friday night, you draw a character name and what their occupation is, a prop, a line of dialogue, and a genre. And then you have to incorporate all those elements into your short film. So we just drew about an hour ago with the 4 items, and so now the group has until about 7:45 on Sunday night to finish a short film between 4 and 7 minutes. And it's kind of just a fun exercise to see how, if you can come up with a good idea in a short amount of time, and an idea that you can actually get done in time as well. So the big challenge is actually not only coming up with a story, but getting it shot and edited in a short amount of time.
But I really hope I hope to have fun. I mean, the last one was fun, don't get me wrong, but I think with a new crew, everybody, like the way everybody's approaching things, I'm expecting pretty big things from this one.
I kind of want to have fun and enjoy it more than experience anything. I mean, yeah, I'm going to experience a lot. This is my first time actually being with a lot of people, shooting a segment all as a big team and really coming up with the ideas and stuff. Usually it's kind of like either you shoot a small segment and come up with an idea on your own, or we're all going to have something already planned and we're all going to do it together. Now we're all together, but we have something to figure out. We have a whole different thing. I thoroughly enjoy it right now. I'm having a blast out there. We're doing the script writing process and kind of getting the idea, and everybody's bouncing ideas back and forth off from each other, and it's pretty good right now.
So instead of pulling the car over, what you hear is a disturbing. She makes it all the way home. Maybe she just gets in the car. Maybe she just maybe not pull the car over. She gets in the car and flips it on.
And she's saying, "What about that guy that showed up at my house? He's asking all kinds of stuff." Well, you can flush that out, but basically the message is, stay away from that guy. He's not with us anymore.
Right.
He is totally off the wall.
Absolutely. The biggest challenge so far is trying not to take a major acting role in this movie. I'm terrible on camera when I'm supposed to be acting.
I feel so much more powerful and virile right now.
That's actually your line.
What I look forward to filming? My righteous scene where I save the day. Everybody wants to be the hero. I get to be the hero. Word.
Yeah, listen to me. I'm not here to hurt you. Those pictures you took.
Trying to get on the same page, I would say, story-wise, because everybody has so many good ideas.
Are we writing this down? Come on, write
I got the paper and pencil, buddy.
She's taking photos and she's walking back to her car. She starts her car and she hears like, another news, or breaking news, one of the flower murder.
You don't want to ram your own idea down somebody else's throat, because there's a lot of good ones out there. So it's a challenge to kind of take good ones and piece them all together to put a good final product together.
Well, one of the big differences, I'm helping with the behind the scenes.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's from the most sensitive Batman movie.
Sensitive Batman movie?
Exactly. It's Val Kilmer. So I have more work to do. But one thing I'm excited for is I'm getting more involved with the storytelling, or like help giving out ideas. Because last semester I felt like I was like in the back, not doing anything, not giving out ideas, or they're just ignoring me. But this semester I feel a lot better than it was.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of going on,
Indicating where the person would have been? Or where
the flower would be like the giveaway of the hint, like have like details.
A lot of this, a lot of that.
Roberts, I'm so sorry about what happened earlier.
I did.
Yes. When we were shooting in the daytime in the Alestal, we had a lot of outside glare coming in from the windows. So we tried to close the blinds. They weren't really cooperative, and Corey wears glasses, so it was really hard to, mask that, because it kept lining right up with his pupils. So we ended up having somebody with a blanket stand in the way to kind of shield him a little bit. So in the end, we made do, and it worked out okay. But reshooting it at night actually ended up helping us avoid that problem. So. In the gardens, we had problems with a few shots. One would be the car scene. We put flowers on the back of Ashley's car, and we were trying to get them to dramatically fall off as she took off, but they weren't cooperating, so we basically ended up having her peel out on the curb, the gardens, maybe 15 times, only just to do a big U-turn and come right back and do it again. So we were getting some pretty weird looks from people, you know, driving through the gardens, but I would say that was probably the biggest problem that we had in the gardens. Kramer's house, we had a few problems. There was a next door neighbor that we didn't anticipate being there. He ended up mowing his entire yard, I think, with a weed whacker, so. You can imagine that took quite a while. They ended up doing a pretty good job in post-production of working around that. They used some good music to go over the scene, so we didn't have to rely on the audio with a weed whacker going in the background the whole time. Aside from that, it was a pretty tight space. We didn't do location scouting. You know, Kramer had a place, so we used it. When we got there, it was obviously a little tight. We had a lot of people, but I think we made it work in the end. Production-wise, it was a really good experience. It was a great learning experience for me. I've never gotten to do anything like this hands-on before, you know, this encompassing of all the different mechanisms that you use to actually try to put something together like this. So I learned a lot. There were a lot of problems, but there were a lot of good things that came out of it too. It was really exciting, and ultimately it was just a great learning experience, I would say. Just some average kids trying to make it big. The guitarist strums and the singer sings. The drummer's got 2 sticks in his hand, playing music all day in a garage band.
The opening scene, we wanted to establish the killer and I guess how he preys on his victims. So what we did was shoot the first scene, and that's what we led with. We were running into some of the audio problems because the CF card that we were using, I guess, whenever they went to transfer it onto the Final Cut Pro computers, they wouldn't let them transfer the audio. So what I had to do is come back in early on Sunday morning, and then basically they gave me the clip, and I had to listen to it on the headphones and just repeat exactly what I said. And they fit it in that way and put everything in post and fixed it that way.
I'd say the thing that upset me the most was that we didn't have enough time to put all of our good ideas in. There were some good ones, a lot of them.
Have this really dark and scary monologue at the end, how all these victims were.
What was my favorite part? It was absolutely rapping. Just to be done, to have it all in the can and walk away from it, let the editors work their magic, that felt really good. Just being done.